The last place that I reserved for where to find a chinchilla is actually at the pet store. Be really careful when you do this. I typically don't recommend it just because pet store purchases are usually spur of the moment, not real well planned out, and a lot of those do end up in rescue because of that. You need to be prepared to take on the responsibility, have the proper equipment, have a cage, have a setup ready, know what you're getting into. Also know how to handle the pet before you bring it home. These are all things that the rescue organizations or a breeder would help you out with, and then they would also have follow-up. Any questions that you'd have that they'd be able to answer, which you don't get when you have a pet store chinchilla. One thing to note is that pet store chinchillas should never, under any circumstances, be bred. There's a lot of genetic flaws that are circulating within the chinchilla species. Some of them are life-threatening. There can be heart problems, teeth problems, different unwanted behavior traits that can be passed down through lines. Even epilepsy and neurological disorders can occur if you don't know what you're doing. Some of these are going to show up later in life, so just because the chinchilla doesn't show that at the time, they could suddenly appear and then you'd have a pretty big problem on your hands. Also, the places that chinchillas come from to get to the pet stores tend to not be very quality facilities. Sometimes it's a breeder that's going to pass off lower quality animals, or a facility that breeds them in large quantities. Just the process that it takes even to get into the pet store can be pretty hard for them to adjust to, and so they can have problems getting re-socialized because of that, so they may not even be very friendly. It's just, everyone's a little bit different, but the chances are still there that they're going to be somewhat traumatized. Stay with us for our next segment, and we're going to talk about the different colors of a chinchilla.